Welcome to another reaction video. Today's video is about 70% of women actually having a backup plan. Now, this is crazy. Now, I have a clip that's going to prove this because I feel like I might go on a rant because think about that. 70% of women have a backup plan. Now, before we see this clip, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel. So let's get to it. Let's get to this clip.
Relationship. Should you really have a backup plan? There is new research that shows half of all women have a guy on the back burner just in case things go wrong in their current relationship. Physician and national mindful living expert Dr. Romy Mushtaq is here to talk more about that. Dr. Romy, seriously?
Good morning, Tom. I know, and
Come on, this sounds positively guy,
doesn't it? And I have to sit here and defend all of us women, but this is the latest psychology research. I was just as shocked reading this data. More than half of women who are
happily married women are doing this?
Have a backup plan. And what is a backup plan? It means you have someone on the back burner.
So a specific person they've identified.
Person that they've identified, and in most cases it was either an ex-boyfriend or an old friend who never made it to the dating category.
I don't think so. I think he's more of a work friend.
Larry,
get out of town.
Unfortunately, yes. And the problem is social media has just made it too easy to have such a type of behavior.
I've cheated plenty of times in my life, by the way, but I'm a reformed cheater. I've never.
So I know you're here to say, though,
yes,
watch out, because this
Absolutely.
is anything but good.
It is. I agree. You know, mindset matters. And
married women are doing this. Listen, that's considered cheating. Okay? Women are already living life on easy mode. The fact that they now have backup plans, this is heartbreaking. This is discouraging. Listen, I understand why relationships don't work. There's a lot of things that are now starting to make a lot of sense. Like, it's just your turn. Make sure you enjoy your turn. Well, she's accessible to the community. Listen, I picked up on something a long time ago. When a woman has a lot of followers in life, do you actually conversate with at least 500 people? So I'm telling you this, when a woman has over 500 followers, she can hide her backup plan really easy. Now, if that woman has 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50, a million followers, she has a really good chance to actually hide her backup plan or her backup plans. The women on social media are giving women advice. The advice that they're receiving on a constant basis is
ideal number of men to have in your rotation. No such thing as ideal number. The absolute wrong number would be 1. Okay, don't do that to yourself.
Have a rotation. Have as many guys as you possibly can. Now, to men, right, that basically means get the brakes beat off by as many men as you possibly can. Now, usually when a woman is making that statement, she realizes that she is either not suitable for a relationship and she doesn't want other women to have a relationship because she can't have one, or she just had a bad breakup. Either way, it doesn't serve the women, right? Because women want family, they want consistency, they want somebody to constantly be there. The one thing that you're gonna always see on dating apps is consistency. I want you to consistently talk to me. The problem is there's usually a woman that looks better. So whether that woman realizes that important fact or not, that's the reality. And the same thing goes for men. There's always a man with more money. There's always a man who's more experienced in the bedroom. That's just, it is what it is. This also brings up the biggest point that men always say, and we get shamed for. We get called insecure. what happens? Women go back in their past, right? And a lot of content creators have said this, but I'm going to go ahead and reiterate this because this woman just said,
And in most cases, it was either an ex-boyfriend or an old friend who never made it to the dating category.
the backup plan is usually a ex or a guy that was stuck in the friend zone and somewhere around, and he just doesn't know who Larry is.
I don't think so. I think he's more of a work friend.
Larry. Now, I'm going to say a cash apper, somebody that's in her comments, right? Or somebody that's DMing her. See, a lot of women have their notifications taken off, so you don't even know when she's receiving a DM. Social media platforms like Snapchat, oh my God, are you serious? How can you be secure with a woman who has Snapchat? Just let that sink in for a sec. Now, as that's sinking in, think about when a woman tries to shame you by calling you insecure. Think about this. When something is secure, that means you know it's not going to crumble. Now, let's use a different example. Let's say it's a house, a bed, or, just something that you have to put together. But for some reason, you didn't add this, you didn't put this screw in, right? Because you're building something. What happens? It crumbles, it falls, it breaks, right? It's not even if it's a table or if it's chairs and you didn't put a certain screw in, or if you put the wrong leg on one side, now that chair is going to be constantly like leaning every time you sit on it. Everything we just heard in this clip is reason for you, because everybody's not going to see this message. So if you're seeing this message, that means there's something special about you. So with you being a special individual, that means you're going to have to do special things. Your confidence is going to have to raise, because the world needs whatever invention you have inside of you. We can constantly talk about what's going on in dating, and I'm going to continue to do that because I'm still dating. Looking for that unicorn is what we're all kind of searching for. At least I think so. At least I am, right? Starting to lose faith, starting to lose hope, because when you look around and you say, oh, damn, okay, I'll choose her. She's nowhere near as attractive as this woman, but she has some characteristics that I like. She does some things that I like, and then you find out like, oh, my God, wait a minute.
Women do you think that had a train ran over?
Oh, man. Hey, I'm going to let her answer that. I have no idea. 95.
She got backup plans? This regular ass looking woman has backup plans. I am not the only guy in this woman's life. Oh, my gosh. I don't know how y'all handling that, but it's hard, because I'm like, okay, damn, do you choose the regular looking woman or the promiscuous looking woman? Like, which one do you actually choose, right? Because at some point in time as men, we all are going to have to take a risk on something. Make sure that the risk that you take is an informed one, right? Get as much information as you can. That way you can live with whatever outcome actually happens. Because the truth of the matter is, we don't know how life is going to be, but this is what I will tell you about confidence. We dealt with the clarity. Here's the confidence part. Now you have to trust in the work that you're putting in. And hopefully this is all self-work, meaning you're working on your mind, your body, and your finances. How we can increase our confidence when it comes to our mind. Meditate. Now you're actually using a focused projection to the future, where you're actually concentrating on what you want, how you want your day to go, right? I'm telling you, it is a powerful tool that you should definitely use. Next is exercising, because you don't always want to do it, right? Now, here's something that I also do. When I don't want to clean up, well, I clean up, but while I'm cleaning up, I realize I don't want to clean up. So I think about the things that I actually want to accomplish while I'm cleaning up. That way I can get through cleaning up much faster, because I'm going to be thinking about whatever it is that I want to achieve. Again, setting goals. Now, most importantly, invest in things that give you a return on your money, because no matter what you think, what you say, no matter what position you are in life, the majority of women want a man who has money. right? That's what they look at as a provider, because all of the other things, the masculinity and all that stuff, like that's, you know, that's real flip-floppy depending on the woman, right? Like what she looks at as masculine, this woman may say that's masculine toxicity or toxic masculinity or whatever women say. Guys, is this: adapt to dating, adapt to what's going on in this world, because we are living in the best time, right? Technology is in an amazing place, so don't get too distracted by what's going on in dating, because we live in stripper culture. And in stripper culture, friends with benefits, situationships, flings, and even vacay bays. That's just what's going on. So I would tell you guys, focus on the work on your passion, work on your purpose. Purpose breaks down into two things: you're a helper or you're a creator, right? The helper is just as important as the creator, because the helper is the one who gets that invention out to the masses. Now, the biggest thing that makes sense to me now that I've heard this is the women's bad behavior, because they realize that they already have guys lined up. The problem is they think that those guys want to marry them or want to be in a relationship with them. And I just have to say, like, in today's day, it's kind of like, why? Like, why would you get into a relationship? All relationships are short term. If you've been in a relationship for 1 to 2 years, you are in a relationship for a lifetime, because so many things change over the course of a year. But I have a question for you guys. What do you think? Have you been the backup plan, or are you the guy currently in the relationship? Comment under this video. Remember, when you're watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. That means you 2.4. Other than that, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.